And if you can't provide them that, then that's going to be an issue for you moving forward when you're trying to scale out your agency. So one of the things that we developed is obviously DashClicks, which is our main software platform, which we're launching in the next week or so. And I know Rob has access to it. We've only given certain people access to the software. Rob is one of those people. What we're going to do is we're going to hook you guys up with access to the software as well. So each one of you guys, I guess after the call, if you can, Rob has all the information that you'll need to give him in order for us to set your account up. We're going to give you guys the software 100% free of charge. So you can go ahead and use the software. Now, the only way that you can actually add clients to the software is if you're using our production facility, because it all is connection. It's connected to each other. So the software connects directly to our fulfillment team. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in, and I'm just going to show you guys pretty much what it looks like. Also, before I log in, just to let you guys know, right now we're in the last about 2 weeks of testing. So essentially, sorry about that. So essentially, there's going to be a lot of things that are not maybe aligned right, or our developers are actually working on it as we speak. So if you see anything out of whack, it's because we're under development, but for the most part, it all looks pretty beautiful. So usually when you sign up with us, and I'll start kind of with the homepage, for one, you're going to have access to the software, but on a better note, and what makes the software so much more cooler is the fact that your clients are going to have access to the software as well. So when you sign up a client, you'll basically look like a badass when you can go and present, not only during the sales process, this amazing software that they're going to have access to be able to track their results for everything, but also something that you can control and you can communicate with your clients as well. So it's very important. So for one, you're going to have a white label domain name. So for most of you guys that have a website, that have a domain name, you can even create a subdomain name. Usually we're recommending people to say mydomainname.com, whatever your domain name is. Your logo will be here. All your color schemes will change to whatever colors you have for your branding. You can upload your own custom photo here. So the entire platform is completely white labeled. Once you actually log into the platform, and I know Rob, I think you're on the old version, but you can already see, like, remember, I think I showed you last time a lot of the new changes that were happening.
Yep.
So you'll be able to see that some of them are already live. So essentially what's going to happen is you're going to log into the actual platform. And guys, this is just a demo account. So this is not real data. This is just a bunch of dummy stuff to just show you guys what it would look like, obviously, on a real account. So when you log into an account and when the client logs into an account, you both can see the same things. You can see what services are available to them. And just to go over some of the services that we can offer and we can fulfill for your team would be website design, would be listings management, so directory listings, social media marketing and posting, Facebook campaigns, Google AdWords, search engine optimization, content writing, call tracking, form tracking, which we have a proprietary software that we built that's integrated in here. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can hand off to your clients, but this can also be used as such an easy upsell tool, right? So when a client logs in, they're going to see all of the active services that they have in here. And then on the right-hand side, they're going to see whatever is inactive, and they're going to be able to click on it, but it's going to have almost like a demo screen for them. And it's not going to let them have access to it. It's going to tell them to contact their account manager for more information. So once you get somebody into the software itself is going to start upselling them and kind of pushing them also into additional services to add more revenue for your team. Also, when the company logs in, they're going to be able to see any recent activities that was done on their campaign. So if you go through and you'll see some recent activities, you can say, like, something was done. Maybe we completed a new ad campaign for Facebook, and it was done on August 26th. We added analytics to their website. It was done on August 26th at 12:48 p.m., right? So this will give them a day-by-day and minute-by-minute breakdown of what's happening actually on their account. And what's cool about this section is it's completely white labeled as well. So instead of having my beautiful picture on here, we can actually assign project managers to specific services. So if you're the only person in your company, which most of you probably are, which is completely fine, it's going to basically tell them that you're the one doing the work, or you're whoever. Maybe you have somebody that's project managing for all your clients and you're focusing on sales. You can have that person as a project manager and tag them on, and their information will basically be here, their name and their profile photo, right? Then what we also have is, and this is just the dashboard section, guys. There's this kind of goes into major detail. Then we have a recent leads where we show them exactly, we track all of the lead sources that are coming in through emails, phone calls, or excuse me, form submissions, phone calls, and actual funnel submissions for those of you guys who are using ClickFunnels. We also have analytics of their website, shows them a nice little breakdown. SEO, for those of you guys who have clients in SEO campaigns, we're basically tracking all of the keywords, their page rank, and where they're going up and down. Listing, so where they're actually listed inside of the directories and the status of each one of their listings. If you're running Google AdWords campaigns, Google AdWords full integration right here. Facebook ads, same thing here. Show them the metric for their Facebook ads. And then phone calls, it'll show them basically the difference of answered and missed calls. So what's cool about it is this is just the dashboard. If I go into activity feed, you'll actually see, so a client can actually get a timeline and see what's going on with their campaign, right? And they can see who's doing what and what's happening with their actual campaign. And, you know, obviously this is just a sample, but after months of working on a campaign, this thing is going to get broken down. It's going to be very long. Another thing that's really cool is, since we're going to be fulfilling the order for you guys, you know, basically all of the email notifications that the client is going to get is also going to be completely white labeled. So we just go in here and we'll add a task that says, you know, just launched a Facebook campaign as an example. We'll toggle this off and we'll click add new task. It'll get dumped right under here. So that'll get dumped right under here. And then what will happen is the client will actually get a notification email of what's happening on their actual campaign, right? The system will automatically fire off a white label notification email. So it'll have your company's logo, your branding, all your company's contact information. And what that is going to do is going to reduce the amount of friction and the amount of phone calls that you're going to get from all of your clients. And I'm sure a lot of you guys get phone calls like, hey, what's happening with my account? What's going on? What was done today on my account, right? Those phone calls are very annoying and tedious. So we've automated that process to be able to bring down that time to save you guys time so you can focus more on sales. Okay. Then we have a really cool system here, which is called our lead flow system. So essentially what this is we basically put tracking on everything. We put tracking on phone calls, we put tracking on funnels, and we put tracking on form submissions on their website. So anytime somebody makes a phone call through any of the campaigns that we're running, anytime somebody goes on the website and submits a form submission, or anytime somebody, maybe if we're running a Facebook campaign and we're using ClickFunnels, goes in and submits a form on ClickFunnels, all of those leads will be stored right here in the lead flow system. And they can all be categorized. They can be filtered by source. They can be filtered by campaign, filtered by category. And what's cool about this is the client has full access to this too. So they can actually go in here and see exactly what leads we're getting them. So as you can see, this was a form submission that was filled out. And if I click this detail button, not only will it tell me where the form came from, it'll also give me all of the information about the form as well, which is really important because it's proving to the client exactly where the source is coming from. Not only that, the client can also mark the lead, right? They can say, hey, what type of lead was this? Did this lead become a client? Go here and check this off. This was an awesome lead. Go ahead and click save. Now this is just demo, so you can't change anything on here, but essentially what's going to happen is it's going to move them over into the new customer side. And you can see that on each one of these. So you can even go in here. You can see that this was a phone call, and I can even listen to the actual call recording.
Property management emergency line.
So we can listen to every single call recording. We're going to find out exactly where the actual calls came from. We can see what category that was marked under, that the customer marked was a good lead or a bad lead. So we know if the campaigns that we were running are focused on the right demographics and we're getting good quality leads, right? So that's very important. Also, we have an overview section where we get a breakdown day over day. So you can get a breakdown and see exactly how many people made phone calls, how many people went through and filled out a funnel submission and went through and filled out a form submission. We got the totals for each one of these. And this is a day-by-day breakdown. So you can also filter them by graph as well over here, which is pretty cool. And you can also customize anything by date or by custom range. So if the customer wants to know exactly how many leads he got last month, he can just go in here and click, last month as an example, and it'll automatically change the data based on last month's data. So we can kind of filter that out. So then we also have customers. So if you go in here and you click on the customers tab, you can actually get a list of all of the customers that the client has marked off as becoming an actual lead and became a customer, right? And what's cool about this is you can go in here and you can see the entire client journey, which is amazing. So we've created a custom algorithm that tracks the entire journey of a client. So we can see here on March 11th at 9:39 a.m., this customer went ahead, they were on the website and they made a phone call. This is what the call sounded like, right? Then again on June 20th, the client went on and filled out a form on their website at 11:51. Then again, they went on the website on September 5th and called once again. And you can see, so it'll track the journey for the entire client, which is amazing because a lot of people when they're especially business owners, when they're spending money on marketing campaigns, it's very hard to tell where exactly those companies or where those leads are coming from, right? So this system not only tracks it for them, but it keeps everything organized in one specific place. So that's pretty much the CRM system. Then we also have SEO. So for those of you guys who are doing SEO for clients, you can basically see everything in here. So these are all of the keywords that we're tracking. These are all the pages that those keywords are ranking on. You can also get a 30-day overview of where the client was ranking, let's say a month ago, and where they're ranking now, as an example. And you can see a change here in the change log of if the keywords are going up and down. And what this does, guys, is this gives transparency to the client. And not only that, but it also streamlines the process and eliminates a lot of the phone calls that you guys have to go through, and these really tedious phone calls going through reporting or creating a report for the client at the end of the month, which might take sometimes an hour to go in there and create this beautiful report. You don't need to do that anymore, guys. You can log right into the system, have the clients log right into the system, and everything's right there for them 24/7. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be running PPC campaigns. So for those of you guys who are running Google AdWords, we have a full AdWords integration in here where you can actually see an overview of the campaign right here. But better yet, you can get on a granular level and you can see exactly what campaigns are running, if they're on or off, the metrics for each and every single campaign. You can see the ad groups for every campaign. You can see the ads for every campaign. And you can see the keywords. And you can do some filtering and you can see, which ones are converting the best, which ones you're spending the most money on, right? So all these metrics actually help you the campaign out. So this is really cool too. I know a lot of you guys are also running Facebook ads. So this is our V1 Facebook ads platform. It's going to look very similar to the Google Ads platform in about 2 weeks, where you can actually see the ads, you can see the campaigns, you can literally see everything from A to Z. So over here, you'll see two sample ads or two sample campaigns that are running. And you can also get an account overview. So if we're running multiple campaigns at one time, in this page, it's showing that we're running two separate campaigns. And each campaign looks like has two different ad sets. So we can get down on a granular level and see what's converting, how many leads we're getting, what our cost per lead is, how much money we've spent, how many impressions we've got, the frequency of the ads, the link clicks. And you can see everything on a granular level. And eventually what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks is you're also going to be able to physically see the ads and see the content, and it's going to be a lot more enticing. So this is more of just a metric standpoint. And you can also, once again, filter by day, by time, pretty much anything that you want. You can do the last 7 days. Let me jump on real quick to see if there's any questions so far before I kind of go too deep into this.
Yeah, we don't have any yet, Chad. Looks like everyone's holding until the end, it looks like.
Cool. All right, awesome. Then we have website analytics. So for those of you guys that are tracking analytics for website users, which if you're running any campaign, if you're not tracking analytics, I don't know what you're doing. You have to track analytics. It's very important. So over here, it gives them a breakdown of how many people hit their website. This, as you can see, is in the last 30 days. So there's been 1,300 visits in the last 30 days. And we're also breaking it down by desktop, by mobile, and by tablet. So they're going to be able to see exactly where the sources are coming from. Then we have listings, where we're basically managing all of their local listings. And you can see exactly the top 3 graphs up here are going to show you Google business listing metrics. So we can see here how many times they popped up on the Google on views on Google searches, views on maps, how many times people got directions to their location, how many phone calls were made through the actual Google business listing, how many clicks happened through the Google business listing, calls by hour. Then you can see here all of the actual listings, because obviously we know that Google is the biggest one, but you can also see all of the actual listings here as well. So this will show you about 70 different listing sources, and it'll show you our syndication process of how we're actually syndicating out to these listing platforms. And you can get a breakdown of every single one of the listings here, which ones are live, which ones are not live. And you can also just click a button and actually view the listing in a new tab, and it'll bring you to the actual live listing. So this is the actual listings platform. Then we have a website builder. So for those of you guys that are actually building websites, this is pretty crazy. So this is our website platform that's fully integrated into our dashboard. So for this page, will just give you an overview of the website, if the website is published or not, if the SSL certificate is activated. But better yet, you can actually go in and actually edit the website. So this is a full-blown website editor where you can actually come in here and make any changes you want by simply just typing it in, almost like you're using Microsoft Word. It's simple as literally just drag and drop. It's very simple to use, as you can see, right? So very, very simple to use. You can add multiple pages, and it's honestly an amazing platform. The reason why we use this is simply because a lot of the times when customers want to add stuff to their website, they're going to go with a platform that's going to be easy for them to use, because a lot of times they don't want to have to call a web developer every time they want to make a small change to their website. They want to be able to go in and make changes to their website wherever and whenever they are, right? So using our website builder that's built right here inside of the platform, like I said, everything in here is in one place. The customer can just log in and change or do anything that he wants right from one spot, right? So that's our builder section. Then we have our phone call section, which is call tracking, where it's going to show you every single bit of phone calls that came in. So you can see where they came in, what time they came in, the call duration, the caller ID that they actually came in from, the city that the person called from, the actual campaign that they called in from. And once again, like always, you can listen to call recordings as well. You can also get a source breakdown here. It'll show you the exact breakdown of the top 10 tracking sources. So if we're running 10 different campaigns, as an example, it'll list all of those out on here too. And just another cool little graph shows you another graph here too. This is basically all of the phone calls. And then we have settings on a company level. So let's say this company was called Bob's Plumbing as an example. So these are all of the actual settings that you can do on a company level. So just going in and making sure the company name is right, making sure the website is right, and activating or deactivating the customer. You can also add multiple users. So let's say if a company, as an example, you sign them up, but the business owners want access to the dashboard. There might be 2 business owners and 2 managers. Well, guess what? You can give them all access to the dashboard. And they have limited access for their actual companies only. Now, you might have a company that has maybe 3 locations and 10 users that they want to add to the dashboard. No problem. You can create 10 users and apply them to all 3 companies. So when they go in here, they'll have a drop down and they'll see all 3 companies in here. So you're not limited to anything by using this actual platform. Then you can go over here and you can see all of the actual products. Go ahead and reload. So you can actually see all of the actual products that are listed. And right here, you can actually activate and put a project manager to each one of these. So as an example, this will be more useful for once you guys actually scale your agency. Like for us right now, we have about 18 employees in-house that are on our production floor. And we have one person that's just dedicated to doing listings for our clients. We have another person that does SEO, and she's focused on Google Analytics and search optimization. We have another person that does Google AdWords campaigns. We have another person that does Facebook campaigns. We have another person that does social media posting, right? So every single person can be put on here as a project manager. And what that does is anytime any activity feed goes off, that project manager, based on the category that's selected, will automatically be displayed here as if they actually did those tasks, even though they're not doing it and we're doing it, right? We're in the background. Everything's completely white labeled. Then we also have company integrations on here as well, where if you guys already have, as an example, a Google Analytics account with your 5 clients already on there, no problem. You can just go in here and connect right into your Google Analytics account. If you have a Google Ads MCC platform, if you have a Facebook Ads MCC platform, if you have call tracking that you're maybe already using through CallRail or call tracking metrics, you can literally integrate all of those right in here into the actual platform. Another thing is the agency companies. So eventually, once you guys start listing your companies, and these pages are going to look a lot different. We're in the middle of a UI run. So as an example, you'll be able to list all of the companies here. You'll also be able to see an agency snapshot. So if I go here, and let me reload this page, this Zoom call's boggling my internet a little bit. So if I go to agency snapshot, once again, as you guys scale, this is going to give you an overview of what's happening inside of the dashboard. How many companies are in the dashboard? How many users are actually using the dashboard? How many people are using the CRM system? How many people you have in your listings program? How many Google Analytics integrations you have in the platform? How many people are doing social media posting, SEO, Google Ads, Facebook ads, content, right? So how many people are doing each one of those things? So you can go there. You can also edit your actual profile as the agency owner. There's also 3 different roles on here as well, which I'll get to in a second. So if I go to agency settings, this is where you can put in all your agency information. Then you can go in here and go to agency branding. So this is where you can change your color of what color you want the dashboard to use, the logo that you want to be spread out across all of the dashboard, login pages, white label emails, literally everything from A to Z. The login image of what image you guys want to be displayed on the login page, and a favicon where you can customize your own custom favicon as well. I know integrations is down right now, but essentially you can go in and you can, like I said, integrate all of your platforms. You can also customize your own domain name like I was telling you guys before. So you can either use a regular DashClicks domain name, or you can go in, which I highly recommend you do. It takes 5 minutes to do. You create a subdomain, or you can buy a new domain specifically for the dashboard access for your customers. Drop it right in here, and it'll automatically, we'll give you guys a simple CNAME record that you need to apply. So if most of you guys are using GoDaddy or One-on-One or HostGator for your hosting platform, you just go in there, create the subdomain, and add one CNAME record within your cPanel, and you should be good to go. It's about a 5-minute process, and we have documentation to help you guys how to do that as well. Here you can also manage all of the users within the entire platform. So you can not only manage a user, but you can talk about, or you can apply what type of actual status that they have, if they're active or inactive. And you can also set a role to them. So is this an administrator, right? And chances are it's not, because you guys would be the administrators. Is this a manager? Is this somebody that works with you guys that helps you manage your clients? Or is this a client, right? Is this, because clients are going to have different access than admins and project managers would. And then you can also see for every user who's associated to what companies as well. So once again, as you guys scale your business, you're gonna need this type of functionality. You're gonna need to apply project managers to certain campaigns. You're gonna need to give client, obviously, you're gonna need to give client access to only their own business account, not all the businesses in your dashboard, right? So that's very important as well. So that's pretty much like a rough draft, kind of like a quick demo. Once again, there's a lot of stuff that's still pending in here. Where our launch date is planning to be on September 17th, which is in about 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks. And essentially the entire UI and all of our little bugs and fixes should be complete. And we're going to be ready to launch, and we're going to give you guys pretty much free access to this, completely free of charge. So Rob, I'll go ahead and I'll let you jump in.
Yes, guys, is that sexy? How sexy is that? Put it in the chat box, how sexy that is. I told you guys, you guys think I kid sometimes when I say, like, I'm only going to deliver the future, and I only make partnerships with people that are trying to deliver the future in this industry, and Chad is one of them. So anyway, drop some, yeah, really sexy, super sexy, mind blown. That's great responses, guys, because that's how I felt when I saw it. But here's what I need you guys to do is to put whatever questions you have in there, because the reason why this live was so important is to be able to develop an FAQ section. So let's go ahead and start asking questions so we can answer those and develop that. So here's one, Chad. Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them. I'll just run through them for you.
Cool, thank you.
For us doing Facebook ads for our clients, is this software going to take care of everything? Pixel, targeting, split testing, etc., or is it just reporting for a client? So essentially, this is just for reporting for a client. However, let me share my screen with you really quick.
Are you going to go through the pricing of all the products and stuff like that? Is that what you're about to do?
No, not at all. No,
Okay.
I'm just going to go through the actual platform.
Okay.
So on here, if you go to, I think it's company integrations. So you can actually connect Facebook pixels, and you can connect Facebook. And you can also, well, I'm in the demo platform, so actually I can't do that in this account. But essentially, to answer that question, running the actual Facebook ads, we're going to be doing all that from you from the actual Facebook platform. This tool is going to be used for you and for the clients to go in and have full reporting on it. And in regards to pixel tracking, you can actually apply certain pixels to campaigns, which will track every single pixel and conversion right there inside of the platform. So to answer your question, yes, it is going to attract pixel and split testing, because usually when you're split testing on an ad group and on an ad set level, right? And that's how we have our tracking broken down, so you'll be able to split test that very easily. Next question that we have is, how does onboarding work? Very good question. So we have a whole version 2 that's coming out within the platform, and we're going to be working on that through the next quarter, which is going to be the next 3 months. But essentially right now, how onboarding works is, the second that you have a customer, your first customer that you sign up with our system, we're going to create you guys a private Slack channel, which you're going to basically have. And within that Slack channel, for any of you guys have used Slack, there's a left rail with every single channel is basically spread out. So we're going to not only create you your own private Slack channel for right now, but there's also going to be a private Slack channel for every single one of the companies that we're managing for you. So that way we can keep everything organized. And usually, anytime you have a new customer, as an example, you just jump right into the Slack channel. You say, I got a new customer ready to go. And we'll actually send you the onboarding docs. You take those onboarding docs, you send it to your customer fills them out, you send it right back to us, and we get started right away. So the onboarding process is very easy. Now in V2, one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, which I'm not even supposed to say because my developer is like keeping me quiet on a lot of things, but I'm just going to tell you guys anyways. In V2, we're going to be automating that entire process. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to go right into the platform. We're not going to have Slack anymore. There's going to be a full communication thread right inside of the platform. So there's going to be a live chat where not only are you guys going to be able to chat with your customers through the platform, so your customers can log in through the platform, you can log in through the platform, you guys can have a full live chat session right here, like how we're doing right now on the right side. But not only that, you guys will also have full access to my team through a live chat as well. So if you need anything, or if you have questions, or the client's asking you questions, you can just literally flip over, ask our team any questions that you want. We'll respond to you right away, obviously during normal business hours, and you can get those answers over to your clients within a couple of seconds. In regards to actual automation for the onboarding, what's going to happen is once you have a new client that you want to sign on board, in V2, you're going to actually be able to log right into the platform, add a new client, right? And the second that you add a new client and apply whatever services that he bought, the client is going to get a white labeled automatic email, completely white labeled with all your information on it, with the onboarding documents, a form that they fill out. And as they're filling those forms out, our team's going to get full access to it. We're going to start working right away. So onboarding is going to be fully automated within the next 3 months. So that's a big one that's coming out.
So real quick, guys,
Yeah,
for everyone in Agency in a Box right now, currently, you guys know how we've been doing the onboarding process. It's been like what Chad just explained, but botchy. Okay, so this is going to streamline all of that. That's why it's so sexy. So there won't be an onboarding funnel anymore. There won't be any of that. This is going to completely streamline through one button.
Yeah, literally. It's going to be so simple for you guys. And I'm going to just be straight up with you guys. I mean, I've had my agency for 9 years, and I know just from having an agency how long it takes to go through that onboarding. How many times you send over an onboarding document and a customer doesn't fill out 5 of the fields, and then you're stuck because you can't do any work, right? So I know what you guys are going through because we live that. We're there on a day-to-day, right? So we're developing the software to be able to streamline all of those processes and all of the issues that you guys are having, right? So that's the whole point of the software. So I'm going to jump to the next question. What if we bought our URL through Google? That's not a problem. It's so simple. Once you're ready to activate your URL, and once we give all of you guys access to it, we'll send you guys a quick little document. It's like 3 or 4 steps. You just go to your Google URL. You can either use that URL, or you can create a subdomain, and you just point one CNAME record, which takes about 2 seconds, and then it automatically activates within the dashboard. So it's really, really quick. You guys, this is mind blowing. I know. Uh, does this software have its own call tracking analytics, or do we need to connect an existing one? And can we add services that we provide that are not on there? To answer the first question, yes, we do have our own call tracking. Call tracking, we do charge a fee for. I believe right now the fee is, I think it's like $75 a month, but it includes the phone numbers and includes all the minutes for the call tracking, and it integrates straight into our dashboard. If you guys, however, have your own call tracking, if you're using CallRail, if you're using call tracking metrics, we do have those two APIs open, which you can integrate your company account straight into the dashboard and have it done that way too. So yes, you can either or, whatever works best for you. Can we add services that we provide that are not there? Unfortunately, no. The only services that can be added onto the dashboard are services that either we're fulfilling. So the only time you can add a client to the dashboard is if we're actually fulfilling the client. That's number one. And number two, if a service is like video production, as an example, if that's what you're doing, we don't have that in the dashboard. So no, essentially no. However, we have pretty much almost every single digital marketing service that you can provide. SEO, social media posting, content marketing, pay-per-click campaigns for Google and Bing, Facebook ads, ClickFunnels, call tracking, website building, like literally pretty much all of the mandatory campaigns that you would normally run. Listings management, where we connect all the listings in. We also have reputation management coming out in version 2. To next month. So a lot of really cool things that we're also going to be updating you guys on. And we're also going to be taking a lot of feature requests too. So once you guys jump into the platform, there'll be a little feature request button. You can click on it and request any features that you guys want. That'll go straight to my developers, and they'll put it on a priority list for you guys.
And Chad, you guys are doing chatbots as well from what we discussed.
Yeah, so we do chatbots as well. We just don't have that integrated into the platform yet. That's going to be in V2. Yeah, but we do, like, for service-wise, yeah, you can hire us to do that service. And we use ManyChat for that for the most part, FYI.
Perfect.
How are we supposed to access the outsourcers?
So let me
let
me answer the first part, and then you can answer your side.
I was going to grab water. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah. So guys, that outsourcing list, this is what I was talking to you guys about before. It's going to be gone completely. Like I said, we're going to take the entire process of you guys looking for outsourcers and consolidating it and doing everything with one button. Onboarding, dashboard, outsourcers, everything will be one button. That's it. So we're going to get rid of that whole list. We're going to get rid of the onboarding funnel. Everything's going to be done through one button through this software.
Yep. And then, yeah, if you need to, I guess, get in contact with us, I think the best thing to do is we're working directly with Rob. So if you need to add new clients, or you need to obviously get access to the dashboard, just speak directly with Rob. Rob's going to be the coordinator. He's going to take down all the information, and I'm going to be working directly with him to get you guys all set up so we can streamline it for you guys and make life easy, okay? Will there be a demo company for each of us to use during our Yes, 100%. So you guys will have, it's one thing that we're creating, kind of very similar to like the demo that I just gave you guys. Every single new account that's created is automatically going to come with a demo company inside of it. And you're going to be able to use that to demo to your clients and kind of blow their mind during the actual initial sales process, which is going to increase your conversions like crazy.
Can I jump in real quick too? Again,
yeah, go for it.
So guys, since we have those closers coming on through Dan Locke's program, so you guys know if you want them to close the deals, I'm going to create a demo account, and it's going to be called Demo Agency. So this way, all the closers will have access to that, and they can demo this for you guys with like just fake like stats in there for the demo purpose. So this way, all your clients can see them demo it, so you guys don't even have to ever worry about demoing it. So I'm training them on that right now. Cool.
And then I know we had a question in regards pricing. Rob, maybe if you want to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, so I made a video about this, guys, in the Facebook group. So if you haven't seen it, I'll let you know. It is going to be uploaded in the membership area. And you guys are going to have a suggested retail price sheet and the wholesale price sheet. So you'll know exactly what your margins are. And if you want to sell it for more or sell it for less, you can do that. But this way, you know exactly what your margins will be. And we're going to provide the list of services, everything that entails in the service, and then a wholesale and suggested retail price, all in a really easy to read Excel sheet, or not Excel sheet, chart.
Cool. And then another question here. What if you have an internal web design and graphic designer team but want them to have access to your white label team? So that's a very good question, actually. So just to let you guys know, our partner program that we have is not new. We've been running our partner program for 3 years, and we already work with multiple partners across the world, actually. We just signed up a partner in Australia. So this is nothing new to us. A lot of the partners that we have some big companies that we work with that have like 40 or 50 clients that they unload on us in one shot when signing up, right? So we're able to handle pretty good capacity. And I guess the question to that answer is, yes, once you guys do sign up a customer and you're ready to bring them on board, if you have project managers or web designers or whoever it is on your team, they're going to have full access to the dashboard, and they're also going to have full access to us too, which will be able to answer any questions that you guys have. So yes, that's the answer to that. How do we set pricing? I think Rob just covered that. Like I said, we have a wholesale rate, and then we have a suggested retail rate. The suggested retail rate is competitive pricing based on the industry and the service. So I recommend you guys go by that. However, we do have clients or partners that we work with. They sell it for cheaper because they want to work off of volume. They just want to get a lot of deals in, or they sell it for higher, right? And they want to be a boutique style agency and maybe only have a couple clients. That's completely up to you guys. Our wholesale pricing will never change based on your retail pricing. So just as an example, if we're charging $300 for a service, and we suggest it to be retail sold at $600, if you guys sell it at $5,000, we just charge you $300. We don't care what you sell it for. We won't even know what you sell it for, okay? So hopefully that answers that question for you guys. And also, just so you know, just to touch a little bit on pricing, our pricing is very competitive for the wholesale market, and it's also all done in-house in the United States. So we don't work with India or Pakistan or anything like that. Everything is done right here in the United States in Fort Lauderdale in our office that we've had for 9 years, right? And it's Google Ads experts, certified Google AdWords. We're also a Google partner as well. We have tons of certifications across the board. So we are a legitimate company that does really, really great service. So that's, I guess, to answer that question. To expand on the question from Anderson, if I have someone internal want to build a fulfillment, some service for, can I still add, let's see, not white labeling the service? I'm not sure I understand that. If I have someone internal who I want to fulfill some service, so dashboard.
Not for that service, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that question just because I don't really understand it, to be honest, from Jordan, I guess. But if I'm understanding it correct, I mean, you can pretty much add any user to a company level. So as an example, if a company, if you're doing service for one company and maybe you have another guy that's working on that service as well, you can add that guy as a project manager onto that company level.
But you guys can't add your guys' progress for that service into the dashboard for that client. It has to be fulfilled through Chad's team and the software.
Correct. Yeah, I guess to answer that question. Do you have capabilities for multilingual ads? Essentially, right now, we will. But right now, anyways, it's basically pure reporting off of metrics. So that's already all in there, and it doesn't matter what language the ads are in because it's just pulling metrics right now. So that's pretty much for that. And I don't know if that question is in regards to Google Ads. If it's in regards to Google Ads, right now we're doing English and Spanish for Google AdWords. Reputation management, I think I just touched on that, Daniel. That's going to be coming out in next quarter. So in the next 3 months, we're going to have a full reputation management little section inside of the dashboard, which you can toss all your customers into and sell. Can we get a list of services with the white label prices? Yes, Rob will give you guys all that information. Also, one thing to be very sure of, guys, please just make sure at the end of this that you get with Rob and give him all of the information that we need in order to set you up with the actual access to the platform, which is going to be your full name, your email address, your physical address. Physical address won't be shown to anybody. It's just more to set up the account. So if you're working from home, which a lot of you might be, which is completely fine, don't worry, we're not going to show that address to anyone. So we need your full name, your email address, your phone number, your physical address, and a link to your actual logo.
Yeah, and what will happen, guys, if you're going through, if you went through the chat bot, which you should have, because I linked it to the post, but it's okay if you didn't. But I hope you did, because I'm going to shoot out a message to you guys that's going to ask you for this information. And once you input it, it's going to upload to a Google Sheet, and then we will each call you. Okay? I will call you guys to get this set up. All right? So just so you know how it's going to work, you'll get a Facebook broadcast.
Cool.
Messenger. So
cool. When can we get a chance to use the demo version to get to explore it? Because I feel like sort of the most questions on September 17th, it will be available to you guys. That's our big launch date for the platform. However, we're going to start setting everything up earlier, but you're not going to actually have access to it until the 17th, which is why it's very important. We're only going to be giving access to a very limited amount of people. So the second we're going to call it our beta launch, gets filled up, we're going to be stopping access. We're probably going to close the doors for a couple of months. So it's very, very important that if it's something that you are interested in, to get your information over to Rob really quick after this call, okay? Or fill out that bot like he was saying. So as soon as we onboard a client, y'all automatically start fulfilling them? Yes, exactly. The second you onboard a client, we will assign project managers, and based on the campaign, if it's an AdWords campaign, we'll assign an AdWords specialist to your team. If it's SEO and it revolves around content writing and SEO, we'll assign a content writer and an SEO specialist to your account, right? Yes, so to answer that question.
What would you say the ETA to go live on that would be?
Every campaign is different. Google AdWords, as an example, I know we have a 3 to 5 day build out to build a campaign. Then we send it for approval. Once it gets approved, we start going live right away. So that can be going live within like 1 to 2 weeks.
So guys, tell your customers 2 to 4.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Over,
always.
set expectations. What do they say? Over deliver, under something. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, we're with you.
Whatever it's called, yeah.
We're with you.
Brand influence marketing, that's badass. Thank you, sir. So their access is going to be minimum, right? Yeah, so clients are going to have minimal access. They're not going to be able to make any changes. They can't see any other companies. They're only going to have access to their company, and it's going to be view-only access, so they can just view all the metrics. Plus, they can also edit their profiles as well. So if they want to go in and edit their profile photo or their company information and stuff like that, they can make those edits as well. Just simple stuff. How are we supposed to tell the sales team what we want them to sell the service? I guess Rob will probably help you guys out with that.
Yeah,
right,
guys,
Rob?
I partner with Chad on something else too, to help educate them on the different services available, because it's not a matter of what we want to sell a client. It's a matter of understanding their needs and knowing what source to actually use to provide the right solution. So you never should go in like wanting to sell a certain service. So I'm training the sales team to know what mix of services to sell for the right solution. Cool.
And then Prosper said he got here late. So kind of just an overview, just a quick overview, Prosper, if you're still on. Essentially what it is, it's a white label platform and a white label fulfillment center. So we're going to give you guys free access to our software and our platform, which is going to control everything. And you guys will also have us at your fingertips. So when you actually sign up a client, or if you have clients, if you want us to do basically the entire white label fulfillment for you, we can do that for you too. And it's all done through the platform.
I'm going to upload the replay into the group, guys. So this way I can watch it.
Perfect. Wade, if we have an internal team working on the same project, only your team can send updates and feedback in the dashboard, or can both your team and ours show activity? Actually, both can. So we can do it, but you guys can do it too. So if you want to send a notification through the activity feed, you guys can go in there and send a notification as well. So you'll have access to do that too. I mean, I have the idea, but I don't understand about the one button thing.
It means it's going to be streamlined, Prosper. So you click one button, you're going to have the option to deal with onboarding. It's going to set up the entire dashboard. You can put your clients in there. It's all through one streamlined system. So you don't have to contact a bunch of different vendors. You don't have to deal with a different funnel for an onboarding. You don't have to deal with going through me. It's all one button, streamlined.
Yeah, I think Dana said I recommend watching the replay. I think that's a good idea. That way you can just watch it from the beginning. You'll kind of pick everything up. I know we went through a lot. Jordan, client logins, sees what services they're getting from Jordan's agency. If I fulfill any service myself, the client won't see that service in the system at all. Sounds like that's the answer. Yes, exactly. It's pretty much what it is.
Wait, so I don't have to do anything? Is that what that says? That's the next question. Wait, so I don't have to do anything? Yeah.
You don't.
That's the biggest question, Chad, for everyone hopping in an agency in a box.
Yeah, so let's talk about that really quick, because that's an important one. So what is it that you have to do, and what is it that we have to do, right? You basically do 10% of the work. We do 90% of the work. So Rob, I think I sent you over something with like an Excel chart. breaking down exactly what we do and what they do. And
We'll
Rob will provide that to you guys, but I'll just go over it really quickly. Really, all you have to do is just focus on sales and project management. And when I say project management, I don't mean calling the customer every day. I mean probably calling the customer like once every 2 weeks or once a month, because everything that they're going to need is right there within the dashboard. So all of these regular questions that you guys get when customers are calling you, they're not really going to have those questions because they can just log into the dashboard and see it. They get all their answers. They get notified every time something was done on their account with description on exactly what was done and what the purpose it was done for, right? So, and that's all from our team. You don't need to do anything. So the way that this was built is literally for people just like yourselves who don't have a huge team or don't want to. I'm going to just tell you guys from experience, it's a freaking headache to have a large team. It's very expensive. It took me 9 years to do. It's very hard, okay? If I could just turn the tables and I can focus on just selling, and just literally swiping the deal over and having somebody fulfill the order, and I still make a lot of money on the actual order and I don't do anything, and it's all done through the system and it's all white labeled and my company brand and my name is still there and it's all under my brand, right? It's a no-brainer, right? It's a win-win. So essentially the only thing that you have to do is, for one, get a client that's interested in the service, sign them up, right? So the sale process. And then once the sale process is done, we literally take over from there. The only time you need to do anything, if it's anything communication related. So if we're missing information, as an example, maybe they filled out the onboarding doc and they didn't answer 2 questions that we needed, we'll ask you and then you'll have to ask your client and get back to us. Aside from that, that's it. It's the only time that you really need to contact your clients. And then, like I said, once a month for reporting.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, that's why the sales team is an agency in a box as well. So you just have to find the client and send them to the sales team. The sales team follows up and closes, and then Chad's team delivers.
Even better, man. So you don't really, I guess you don't need to do, you don't need to do anything but find a client. That's it. And you make a lot of money.
Bring the meat to the table, baby.
Yeah, that's it. So can we use a team? Yes, you can use us, Vlad, to answer your question. If you have clients that are ready to go, like I said, our partner program has been open for 3 years. Just the software itself, which is going to add like a huge cherry on top, that's not going to be live till the 17th. So you can use us. Just speak to Rob. Rob will get all your information and coordinate everything with our agency and our team. And if you have any clients, like I said, more than welcome. You can bring them on board. We can start fulfilling all the orders for you today if you'd like. Like I said, once the software comes out, it'll just be a cherry on top and you'll get full access to the software and your clients will get access and you can have unlimited users on there for each company on a company level. So hopefully that answers that question. From Daniel, you have to onboard them and whatnot, just replay it. Yeah, pretty much replay. Chris, how does billing work in terms of payment for your services that your team performs? Great question. How will billing for our clients work? Is integration to the platform? Okay, so 2 really great questions, Chris. First question to touch on, how does billing work? We bill you guys, you bill your clients. The reason why we do that is because it's completely white labeled that way. Your clients will never know who we are. In fact, they're going to think that you have a team of 30 people doing the work with a bunch of software developers in-house building this crazy software that you're going to tell them that it's your software and it's proprietary and it's going to make you look like a badass. And that's going to allow you to also sell a lot more during the sales process, right? So billing is very simple. Once you sign up a client and you get your contract in or whatever means you go, I recommend getting a contract. Once you get a contract, you charge your credit card. The second you charge your credit card, you come to us. You say, hey, got a new guy. He's ready to start his SEO and pay-per-click campaign. We'll charge you our wholesale rate for whatever that is, and you'll already know that before you make the sale, right? So your margins will already be there. And then every single month, we bill them on the date that you sign up with us for, which is what you're going to do the same thing, right? So if you sign up a customer on the 1st of the month, you bill them on the 1st of the month, we bill you, you bill your client. It all happens on one day. That's pretty much it. It's that simple. In regards to billing our clients through like integrations or platforms, that's the beauty of it. You have 0 software expenses. The only software expense that you do have is going to be if you're doing call tracking. So if you're doing call tracking, it's a $75 a month fee to track all the phone calls. And it comes with phone numbers as well, and it comes with a bunch of minutes, which your clients are most likely not going to go over because we have clients that do a lot of minutes a month. And that's pretty much it. And that works the same way. You bill your clients for that, and we bill you. It's pretty much the same. But like in regards to like SEO, like ranking softwares, or in regards to like ClickFunnels, or in regards to like anything like that, no, we cover all of those software fees. Thanks, Rob. Got my replay. I got it, Rob. Sales. This is good. So you set up conversion funnels and landing page for our clients. Yes, we can do that, and Rob will speak to you about that. That's more of like a boutique style build out. Like if somebody wants like a Facebook campaign and wants us to run campaigns through Facebook, like maybe doing like traffic objectives or lead generation form objectives through Facebook, that's one thing. If you want us to go out and like build landing pages and create like sequences and funnels and stuff like that, that's a whole nother thing. But yes, to answer your question, we can do that too. And we have a full integration with ClickFunnels. So every time somebody submits a form on the actual funnel, that form will be thrown straight into the lead flow system, and you'll see that in all of the leads as well. So that answers that question right there. So until one-click system is done, we'll get that, and then we come to your platform and set up this. Yeah, so brand influence. So essentially, it's right. Just to kind of touch on what I said before, if you have clients that are ready to go and you do need order fulfillment right away, we can work with you guys starting today. However, like I just said before, the dashboard just won't be out to the 17th. So that'll be a nice cherry. I mean, we have hundreds of clients, and we kind of amp them up for it. We let them know that we have this big dashboard launch coming out on the 17th to get them all excited. So on the 17th, that dashboard will be available to all of them too, to our customers as well. So you can get people amped up and get them all excited. Guaranteeing a certain amount of leads, will I be able to coordinate with the fulfillment team? Usually for Vlad, oh, actually, sorry, I skipped one. Alan, is there a limit on how many clients we can have on this software? There's no limit of how many clients you can have on the software as long as we're fulfilling the orders for you. So if you have one client that you're doing service for, great. As long as we're fulfilling order for that one client, you'll have one client in the actual platform. If you have 100 clients and we're fulfilling the order for all hundreds of those clients, no problem. Everybody can be in the dashboard. There's no limit. We're not going to be charging you guys for the dashboard. I will say one thing to be fully transparent with you guys. In the future, we do plan on charging for the dashboard. However, through Rob's program, it's going to be forever free. So if you want to get in right now during our beta stage, because the platform is most likely going to be anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99 a month, depending on what the activities are with the platform and kind of what's going on. So like I said, guys, if you guys want to get in, now is the time for sure. If I'm guaranteeing a certain amount of leads, will I be able to coordinate that with the fulfillment team? Vlad asks. Vlad, we don't like to put guarantees on anything. We can set some type of expectations, but we don't guarantee anything. I don't recommend you ever guarantee anything with marketing. It's not something that you want to do. It just makes you look bad. What you can do is set expectations a proper way so you can work with our team. And if you have, let's say, a roofing company that wants to do a Google AdWords campaign, we can do the research and tell you, hey, based on some of the other roofing companies we've done in the past, we've seen an average cost per lead of between $30 and $50. So that way you can set some type of expectation, but never guarantee. That's the worst thing that you can do with marketing.
Hey guys, the sales team will never guarantee anything. If any of you guys have seen any of my sales videos on YouTube or anywhere else where I've been on a call with me, we never guarantee anything, and we still earn their trust and get the sale. So.
Yep. Sales question, what's the best way to get on a call with fulfillment sales team prior to having a call with prospect concern? I have a style of onboarding process. How would white label sales team collaborate together to get on a call with fulfillment sales team? Yeah, so as far as like sales team and getting on a call, Rob will help you guys with that. The only time that we come in is when you actually have an order that's ready to go. That's when our team will jump in. However, we don't communicate with your client. We're going to communicate with you guys directly or anybody on your team. But we don't have any communication with the client or service, and our process is fully white labeled.
Yeah, so I know what you guys are asking on that question too, brand influence. You guys are trying to make sure that you understand what you can really offer with those services, and you're going to have a breakdown inside the membership area, and all the sales team will have a good understanding of how to leverage those different services for the best solution. So this way there's no disconnect and there's no not knowing what you can offer, because I know you just don't want to miss an opportunity. So that's a good question. I get it.
Yep. And then Aaron, Rob will provide you the wholesale list, so he'll send that out to you. William, as a complete beginner, so in a nutshell, this awesome software positions me to pitching to getting even higher ticket clients. Yes, that's a very good question.
Easily.
We have clients that pay us $5-10 grand a month for services, for really boutique services that we do. And to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't be able to do those services without my team. I got guys that are certified in Google AdWords. I got guys that are Facebook gurus. I got guys that are graphic designers, web designers, coders. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. And the beauty of this whole program is you're going to have all of my team at your fingertips the second you start getting clients, right? So yes, you can go out and you can sell and be fully confident in your sales cycle. And you're going to have a full team, not only from the sales end, like Rob's going to help you out with, but from a fulfillment end to fully back you up. So yes. Alan, Rob, so is the current vendor list that we have access completely replaced? I'll let Rob answer that.
Yes.
And then cool, sweet. And then Daniel, you said that in the future you'll be charging for the software. Are you planning on having an affiliate platform with that too? Just curious, laugh out loud. Totally not planning on signing up for this to use with my YouTube channel. Yes, in the future. It's not going to be right now. Maybe in a couple of months we will have an affiliate program. So yeah, but nothing is happening right now with that. There's and kind of one more thing to throw out there. We have like a long list of stuff that we're adding in version 2, and we're not going to be like waiting 3 months to do like a complete launch. We're going to be adding new features to the dashboard on a weekly basis. So there's going to be new stuff that's coming out every single week onto the dashboard. One week you might wake up and you might have a full reputation manager platform right inside of the dashboard, and you can start selling that as a service, right? So there's going to be a lot of really cool things that we're doing. Do you fulfill Facebook ads in Spanish too? Facebook ads we don't fulfill in Spanish. Right now for Facebook ads, it's English only. Google we do in Spanish because one of our Google AdWords, or I think 2 of our Google Ads guys, they do speak Spanish and we can run that in Spanish. I have a guy who wants to get on a call in 1 hour. Big time real estate company in Canada who wants to market YouTube, but also wants to start his own digital agency.
Brand influence, you got to get more of a, I hate to say it this way, but you have to have more of a heads up. That's why we have the shared calendar links, because I mean, we all are very busy, right? So that's why the shared calendar links are there. So
yeah, and like I said, if anything, it's sales related. We don't do anything sales related. That's going to be Rob and his team. He's going to help you guys out with that. We're just here to fill the orders for you guys once you get them. And we're going to do it in a way that we're going to make sure that you guys can keep clients, which is the most important part about an agency, is keeping your clients. Because like I said at the beginning of this, if you're signing up a client every single week and you're losing a client every single week, you're back to zero. But if you're signing up a client every single week and they're staying and they're happy with the service, that's how you grow it and get past 7 figures.
So with the how to fulfill this brand influence, you just need to close them out and then contact me. Make sure you're an agency in a box. I think you are. If not, then we'll get you in there and then we'll get you hooked up with Chad. And with Eric, again, guys, there's no guarantees in life. We can't guarantee the sun's going to come out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and God does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if God does that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely can't guarantee anything. So there's no guarantees ever. You don't need a guarantee to sell. And none of our sales team will, and I never have. So. Yep.
And then any other questions, guys, before we wrap up?
Yeah, because I think both of us got to roll out here. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, this replay is going to be up, and my team's going to put together an FAQ chat of all these questions on here, and we'll transcribe the recording.
Yeah, and one thing just for Rob to let everybody know on here, very, very important. Rob, I don't know if I told you this or not, but we're going to probably close out the beta list, which is going to happen, I think, in about like 3 or 4 days, probably on the 10th, because we need at least 1 week to be able to go in there and put in and set up all of these accounts that we have on the beta list. So if anybody's interested, recommend you guys right now, right when we get off this call, send the information to Rob so you can get on that list, because the second we close out that list, we're not going to be taking new clients. We're not going to be signing up new partners on the platform for at least 30 to 60 days. So if you want to get in right now. That's all I'm saying.
What's the limit, Jack? I think we have like 45 right now on the list. So
we're not necessarily limiting the amount of people. We're just limiting the time, because we need a certain amount of time to get everybody in. So I think the cutoff time is probably going to be the 10th. So if you can make sure, and everybody in this group can make sure, once again, if you're interested, get off this webinar right now and send the information to Rob or fill out the chat bot that he's going to send you guys. Very important, okay?
And I'll put up this replay, guys, so you can comment under it if you want this. But yeah, definitely make sure you respond to the bot when I send this broadcast out.
Cool. And I'm sorry, Daniel, you said you had one more question. What's going on, buddy? Hit. I don't remember if you touched on this or not. How do we tell the sales team what we want them to sell? I think Rob is going to have train his whole sales team to do that.
Yeah, and guys, you don't tell them what to sell. They sell the best solution. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome, guys. Well, that's it. I appreciate everyone hopping on. Like I said, we'll put together an FAQs of this. Chad, thanks again, man. This is sexy. And we have a couple days. We have a couple days, guys. So get on it. If you're not in Agency in a Box, make sure you reply to the chatbot message.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Cool, guys. Have a good one. Bye.